Today is a special day. It's the one time of year that I get to do rib roast, also known as prime rib. But prime is based on the grade of the meat. This is not prime. Can't afford it. It's like 20 bucks a pound. It's ridiculous. I got two roasts here. One of them's about a 10 pound roast. The other one is a little bit over 4. This one here, I had some last minute add-ons to the party for tonight, so I had to split the roast up. Basically what I'm going to do is show you how I like to smoke my prime ribs. I like to get them to about a mid-rare temperature, so I will be pulling them off the smoker when the internal temp hits 130. But first, to show you the rub that I do. It's a very simple rub. You don't need to do anything fancy with prime rib. The meat will speak with standing rib roast. It will speak for itself. But first thing you want to do is just start off with a little Worcestershire. Another important thing about this is this meat has been sitting out at room temperature just to get it to loosen up a little bit. When it comes out of the fridge, it's tight, and this will help let the flavors really get into the meat. And then I'm going to let it sit a little bit longer after I've rubbed it down to let the spices really get down in there the best they can. Salt, good amount of salt. It's a big piece of meat. You don't have to really worry about over salting it. Pepper, I like a lot of pepper. If you can do fresh ground pepper, that's great. It always makes a difference. This is a coarse ground pepper that I like to make. And then garlic powder. Get a nice pat in there. And as this sits, this will turn a nice dark red. The salt will really help draw. And you also notice the strings on the rib. I had the butcher slice the bones loose. That way I can, when I'm done cooking, I can just take the ribs directly off, and I don't have to worry about carving around them. You can ask your butcher to do that. You can do it yourself. It's real easy. Or you can leave them on and serve it bone in. Makes a nice presentation having the bone in there. But when you're feeding 20 people, having the bone in makes it a little difficult. And we'll get the sides. You can see what I'm talking about with the ribs coming off. Basically what prime rib is it's the ribeye steak with the rib bones on top of it. If you're looking for a good way to save money, if you find rib roast on a good deal, buy it, take it home, cut it into steaks, and put it in the freezer. And then you can have ready to go steaks anytime you want at a good price and good quality meat. we got our rib roast rubbed down, ready to go. This is going to sit out for about another hour. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to take out the smoker. We're going to smoke it at 250, and it should take it 20 to 30 minutes per pound. So we're looking at about a 4-hour smoke with this rib. I'll put the smaller one on later because I'm aiming for mid-rare on both pieces of meat. Obviously, the 10-pound one will take longer than the 4-pound one. But I'll get them on the smoker here shortly and let you watch me do that. All right. Got my smoker set up for 250. The other prime rib is in another pan. I'll add it to this one later. The liquid in the bottom is beef broth. You want to do that just so you can get the stuff out of the bottom of the pan and make yourself an au jus or a gravy, something like that. These surprisingly don't give off a ton of moisture when they smoke. But you can see the we're going to close this up, let it get back up to temperature. Check in every hour or so. All right, we are about 2 hours in. You can see the colors coming out of it. Looks really nice and crispy on the outside. Been keeping it pretty close to 250. It's cold out, so it's eating up a lot of wood. 63 degrees inside there. I'm gonna pull it right around 125. We'll check back in later. All right, we are a few hours in now. We're sitting at 88 degrees, so we're getting closer. It's about 5:30. The goal is 125 at about 6:30ish. Have it ready by 7. And that's more of a caramel color, but you can't really tell because of how dark it is. It's a little bit burnt up.